Hey everybody, welcome to another recap of Celebrity Apprentice. So you're ready to rumble? Well, Lisa fakes out everyone when she comes back to the suite. And she's all like, yeah, I'm the only one that's left. Trump went crazy. Yeah, okay. So Teresa feels like she's the next one on the chopping block because Lisa pretty much was doing impressions of her, and not a good sign. Alright, so they all meet up at the Hearst Tower where they publish Elle magazine. And the task this week is to create a 4-page print ad for Chi products. Well, mostly the new hairdryer that they just came out, which by the way looks amazing. I think I'm like going to be getting one of those. It's a touch screen as well, so that is super cool. The PMs, why, they're Lisa Lampanelli and Teresa. Alright, the Farouk guy, he really had it going on for Aubrey. It makes me question what's going on there because his products are so great. Yet he has fallen for a girl whose hair is the same color as his shoes. And by the way, who walks around with shoes with the name of your product on them? Tacky is the word that comes to mind. Instead of Chi on the boots, it should have said tacky. Alright, so the kicker and the best line in the entire episode was when Farouk said to Aubrey, "Is that a Chi color?" And she said, "No, it's all natural." And he went, "Okay." Nice. Alright, so on Team Unanimous, Farouk shows up for the meeting and Teresa calls him Farik. Nice. Awkward. And he continued to be totally crushing on Aubrey. Uncomfortable much? Alright, Aubrey came up with the ideas, as usual. Good, bad, or otherwise. She came up with these meditating girls that were somehow heading into the future because of this wonderful, innovative hairdryer. And when Teresa didn't do so hot in the negotiations, Aubrey decided that she wants to be one of the models, especially since she could sort of, she thought, persuade Farouk to be a Farik. Yeah, then when she was getting ready for the photo shoot, sitting around with her boobs hanging out, only one word came to mind. Well, many did, but one word really stuck out. Slore. Alright. Team Forte. Lisa came up with the idea of having girls with opposite personalities than what you would think. AKA, these girls are more than just a pretty face. Yeah. She totally outsmarted Teresa in the negotiations. Her and Clay didn't care. They don't really know too much about fashion or Elle magazine or clothing or anything like that. So what did they care? So she ended up duping Teresa. It was pretty funny. There was a lot of firsts in this episode. One of them being Lisa Lampanelli shopping for a size 0. I don't think she was a size 0 at birth, but whatever. That must have made her extremely hungry because the rest of the task was spent eating by her while Clay did the rest of the work. Alright, so the presentations, Team Unanimous went first, and Teresa basically read it, and not very well. So that was a little bit lame. Yeah, then Aubrey took over, which she does do a good job presenting, and then Arsenio, and he was funny as S. So the ad, unfortunately, was just a bunch of big pictures with not much writing. Because that's what Teresa thinks is in Elle magazine. Just pretty pictures, not much writing. Sounds like Playboy magazine. Alright, so it's Forte time, and Lisa presented first, and then Clay. I was pretty nonplussed by their presentation. I thought it was kind of short. But you know what? At least they had some information in the ad. Farouk says, "It's close." All right. At the boardroom, though, however, Donald immediately brings up, "Ha, Lisa, you outsmarted Teresa," but Teresa would never admit to it. And to add insult to injury, Lisa said that Teresa doesn't deserve to be there. Ouch! They kind of were buddies, not really. All right, let's get to Farouk's impressions of the presentations and ads. He said Teresa basically sucked. She was awkward. And there was no information in the ad. And the models, that's not what L girls are. Sorry. The other team, the presentation was great, if you like ho-hum. And the clothing was dated. Thanks, Lisa. You were in charge of the shopping. That's what you get when you send a grandmother shopping. Actually, I don't think she's ever had any kids either, so she's only old enough to be someone's grandma. So I was very shocked to find out that Lisa's team won. Namely because Aubrey wasn't on it, Joker hair. And how can you win a hair competition when you have a 1-inch skunk stripe going down your part? To me, that screams, I don't care about how I look. I'm an old lady who couldn't have the time to make a hair appointment before I'm going to be on television. It just doesn't make sense. All right, you couldn't make an appointment? You're going to be on national TV. This is not some cable roast. This is NBC. All right, so in the boardroom, Teresa immediately says she'd fire Arsenio because he didn't do anything. Hello, he took the photographs. Oh, well, there were other photographers there. It was just ridiculous. She didn't have a leg to stand on. Trump knew it. He let her and Arsenio go back and forth until he just couldn't take it anymore because his brain was probably going to explode because she didn't know what the hell she was talking about. She was just making stuff up. So, you're fired. Bye, Teresa. Alright, so when they go back to the suite, Arsenio actually tries to fake everybody out, but it didn't work. But then the phone rang as they're, oh, ho, 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 that was so funny. Get your asses back to the boardroom. Where immediately Donald Trump tells all of the kids that they're going to be interviewed by last year's runner-up, runner-up and winner, John Rich and Marlee Matlin, not in that order. All right, so those were some interesting interviews. They showed snippets of them, and let's just summarize. Aubrey, you're a snake. Clay, you played it pretty safe. Arsenio, you're a loose cannon. And Lisa, you're really, really hungry, and you cry a lot. So, right off the bat, Lisa's fired because Trump cannot risk going bankrupt trying to feed her for the rest of the show. And then they pull the old to be continued next time because Trump was probably pretty afraid to fire Clown Hair, aka Aubrey O'Day, because who's going to watch the final next time? So, next time we're probably going to see Aubrey fired and Clay and Arsenio duke it out, even though they're like besties. We'll see what happens. So it should be an interesting finale. Hopefully it won't be like 11 hours long because you know Trump likes to drag it out. If there's anything he likes to do, it's look at women and drag things out. So until next time, much love.